I can remember when I first started pastoring Grace Church, we're only 2 years into it, and we bought the old Shillington movie theater. And we renovated it. How many people were at the Shillington Theater? Quite a few of you remember. We were down at the theater, and I remember just barely had gotten in there, and we paid $210,000 for it. And I can remember walking out of settlement just like, oh my gosh, how are we ever going to pay this? I said it quiet, because if you say it quiet, no one else can hear you. But if you say it quiet, or if you scream it out, it's still concern. See that? Spiritually, it's concern. If you're not a Christian, it's worry. But since I was a Spirit-filled, born-again Christian, a man of faith, I was concerned. How are we ever going to pay this? How are we ever going to make the payments? And how are we going to keep the heat on and this and that? And I remember getting in there and getting the renovation done. We're in there, and finances seemed pretty tight. And one morning, receiving the offering, it came out of my mouth, and I caught myself. I said that if we don't get our building fund monies in here, we're going to have to turn the air conditioning off. And when I said that, I thought, that is dumber than dumb. Why did you say that? And the Holy Spirit chastised me that whole next week and the next Sunday morning. I don't know if you were there, if you remember, perhaps you didn't even catch it. But I remember apologizing for it and said, I will never, ever do that again. I will never, ever threaten that if you don't give, we're going to shut the doors, we're going to turn the lights off. Because I used to hear people saying that on radio and television ministries, and my attitude was good. Shut it down. And there I was doing the same thing. I was worrying and threatening the people. And it's wrong. Anger, fear, doubt, envy, strife, it's all going to be manifested. But the good news is you put a monitor on it with your ears. Begin listening to yourself. Married couples, husbands and wives, you can agree to help monitor one another. Don't do it condemningly, but you can check with your spouse, or if those of you that are not married, you can ask someone, a good friend, someone you really trust. I'm asking you to help monitor my heart. And you say, what? I'm not a doctor. Well, you have ears to hear. Just listen to what they're saying. And I'm not talking about at that very moment, okay, we're together for a cup of coffee and I want you to monitor what I'm saying, because that's pretty easy to do over a cup of coffee, over 20 minutes or 30 minutes. But I'm asking you to monitor my heart when we're just out just doing life. Monday morning at work, Monday morning at school, Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday night at 10 o'clock. Whenever, just throughout the week, put a monitor on. You catch me saying something negative. You catch me saying something judgmental. You catch me saying something condemning. You catch fear coming out of my mouth. I start speaking apprehension. Put a check on it for me. Help me. I want to know, because I don't want fear dominating my life. I don't want doubt and unbelief dominating my life.